Insurance isn't one size fits all. That's why drivers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years now. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they'll show you options that fit your budget. So whether you're picking out your first policy or just looking for something that works better for you and your family, they make it easy to see your options. Visit Progressive.com. Find a rate that works for you with the Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Yay Networks.
You're listening to the Chatty Daddies podcast.
Blair just texted me she needs a minute to ask me a question.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's not going to be serious, but I don't want to leave her hanging.
Yeah. I'm rolling. Put her on speaker.
Hello?
Hey.
What up?
Okay, I just had a quick question. I needed to tell Dave about which doors to do the hinges for.
Okay.
So,
Oh, he took her off speaker.
Boring.
Yeah, Dave must have done a doozy on their door hinges. Oh, now he's taking off the headphones. He doesn't want to listen to us.
I mean, door hinges?
That's code, bro.
He's getting real. Like, how much of a dictator does Nick have to be at home for her to be like, I'm going to have to call
I would say just do them
about
all.
the door hinges?
See, in my head, I think they're just putting in a sex swing, so they're just making sure that it's strong enough to hold up.
Got to reinforce them.
Right, exactly.
You know, Nick is so straight-laced and so put together. He's probably doing some BDSM stuff. Blair's
Big
just
time.
got him in a dog collar and a ball gag.
Just leave the doors hung up right now and then just...
Yeah, take the swing on there. Whenever I see a couple like Blair and Nick, who look just so prim and proper, my mind goes directly to these guys are freaks.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, there's some sort of handcuffs. They got a separate room downstairs, like it's underneath. It's covered by a carpet. Nobody knows it's there.
The door hinges to the sex dungeon. That's right.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because he's taking this very serious. Can't wait for him to listen to the next episode of Chatty Daddies.
Oh, for sure. This is
that we're on to him.
Yeah, right.
This is 100% how we're starting out the whole podcast.
100%.
Right.
Oh, he's done. Hey, Nick.
Hey, guys, what's going on? I took my headphones off.
Yeah. Welcome to the Chatty Daddies.
I heard. Hold on. I heard. Are you leaving all that in the podcast?
Hell yeah.
Well, I heard you guys whispering, and I didn't. So I took my headphones off.
Yeah.
Well,
it was mostly because of the commentary that Trey and I were doing because we're on to you.
What? Yeah. What did I do?
I'm not going to tell you what we're on
You have to listen.
I'll have to listen.
Yeah, we're trying to get listens, bro. Come on.
What a weird time warp.
Would you want me to explain what's going on, or do we want to leave it an illusion for the audience?
Let's
I
see
would
how
say-
close we got.
Trey and I already basically said what you were doing, but...
Okay, I'll tell you what we were talking about, and you can tell me what the thought was.
Sure.
So we are currently, this week we started doing some updates to our house. And so my wife wanted to talk to Dave, the guy that's doing it, about certain things. Like we're changing out some of the hinges on the doors. So she was talking about which doors hinges needed to be changed.
Right. You wanted strong hinges?
I mean, just regular hinges that go on a bedroom door.
Like something that would hold up a lot, maybe
The
a lot of weight.
bedroom door, I hear.
Yeah, okay.
Interesting.
Like to hang like a swing or something from it? Is that what you're saying?
See?
I
Told you, Trey.
I thought it was the door to the sex dungeon.
Yeah,
That y'all were getting the hinges
luckily
replaced.
for you guys, you're halfway right because we do already have steel reinforced door frames, door jambs, and doors so that we can hang all sorts of apparati from them.
Now, question,
nice.
what color is the ball gag?
It's not really a color. It's more of like it's shaped like a rooster. So it's just black.
Man, now I want to check and see if my doors are steel reinforced.
They're
doors,
not.
door
It's a
frames.
special upgrade you have
Is
to
it
do.
really? Okay.
Yeah. But I do not have steel reinforced doors, believe it or not. Not that kinky over the Addams household, just so you know.
You know what? I'll go ahead and tell you. When I told Trey that when I see a couple like you and Blair, prim and proper, very great manners, always looking like nothing is wrong, never disheveled, I automatically think those two people, definite freak side.
Yeah,
big time.
We're way more
sure.
wild than anyone else thinks.
I would think so. Yeah, that's what I think. I don't want you to pop my bubble because that's what I think.
Yeah, we all know that the couple with crazy hair and tattoos and wearing booty shorts, they're very promiscuous in the sack, right? But it's the buttoned up people with khakis and their shirt tucked in.
Yeah.
They're the wild ones.
Super wild. Yes.
Now, can I give you a stereotype that I believe?
The following contains opinions not of the Chatty Daddies or Yay Networks Incorporated, and those only of the person speaking.
Go ahead, Trey.
Okay, so I believe that Democrats have better sex than Republicans.
Okay.
I'll believe you.
Are there any sexual stereotypes that you've thought about before? Dead silence.
I think old people. Old people are way freakier
You think?
than we think they are.
You think Grandma's hooking up Grandpa to the old dog collar?
Dude,
and
I've heard
walking him around the room.
I've heard nursing homes are a petri dish for herpes.
Can I tell you about one of the weirdest 2 days of work in my life? So I work for the Kid Craddock Morning Show, heard in Dallas on 106.1 KISS FM. And we were doing some sort of contest where, I don't remember what we were doing, but we were posting some sort of social media videos through the radio station. And the point of it was to be like weird and shocking. And then at the end, it's like, oh, this is just a contest. Like it was a bait and switch. Like what you see is not really what we're advertising. Like it's something weird. Anyways, I don't know how I came up with this idea, but I thought, wouldn't it be funny to have old people just making out for a long time?
Oh,
and then at the end, it's like, win money on KISS FM. Like it had nothing to do with the old people making out.
Random. I like it.
And so I found some actors, and one of the guy, it was a married couple. The guy was an older guy, and he had just been in Dumb and Dumber 2. He was either Jim Carrey or Jeff Daniels' dad in the movie. Anyways, so I went over to his apartment with his wife, who's also an actress, and I just filmed them making out for like 5 minutes. And then I left and made a funny video of it. And then another radio station was like, oh, cool. We want to do that for ours. So I went back and had them do it again for like a different radio station to like say a different radio station name or something. And it was weird. It was very weird.
It never progressed because sometimes making out leads to other
never
stuff.
progressed.
Okay,
it never
good.
progressed. But they were very down. They were like, "Yeah, this is funny," and
That's
they
awesome.
did it. And it was weird for me, but I did it.
What
that's
what kind
what
of
I want.
direction did you have to give them? Were you like a little more tongue? Or?
No, I just said like
Just go
full
for
on
it.
nasty makeout
Yeah.
until I say cut. And I had probably 2-3 minutes, and that was it. So I like lug in a big camera and lights. I'm sure their neighbors was like, "What is going on in the Williamses household?"
Did they vet you out? Like, did they know you weren't some creepy guy that was just going to take the tape and go
I don't
home
know.
and just watch it on his own?
No clue. I don't
Okay.
remember. But yeah, that was weird. It was weird.
Man, this podcast started off the most random ever for us.
So my son has changed his mindset, I think. He has been like very ADHD where he's like, all right, cool, here's a ball, that looks cool, throw it away. Oh, look at that, I'll stick that in my mouth, throw it away. Run across the room, find something else, grab it, throw it away. Mm-hmm. He is now turned into somebody with laser focus. He wants one thing and one thing only at a time, and it's usually the worst thing in that room.
Like a pair of scissors.
He wants the pair of scissors. He wants the dog. He wants to go and be with mommy while she's on the treadmill. And if he doesn't get his way, he starts to lose it. Like, I have to now start trying to distract him with things. And whereas used to be just to be like, oh, yeah, would you rather have this toy? And he'd throw that one and move on to the next thing. Now it is an actual task to get him to move his focus from one thing to another. Will the ADHD come back?
Yeah, it'll be there forever.
It's ebbs and flows.
And
Yeah.
what I've noticed, and not that I do this all the time, because it's very easy to just say, no, play with this.
Right.
It's better to redirect, maybe distract, like you're saying.
How
but
about this?
It's very hard to do.
It sounds to me that you are in the early stages of a wild child.
Yeah.
You know, he might be a climber. He might turn into the kid that is very adventurous, it seems like. He likes a little bit of danger in his life, which I was lucky. My kids both, not that.
Yeah.
My kids were scared of mud, still to this day. Don't like to get dirty.
Oh, that's got to save Kinsey.
Oh, big
Kinsey
time.
must be very happy, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I think it's just a personality thing. I think your son's just really going to be an adventurous type kid.
So I have heard that you're supposed to make eye contact with them while they're feeding, and that's what makes them be more risk-taking. That makes them feel more secure sitting there at home with you, and they feel like they can take bigger risks in the real world. So I sit there and I make direct eye contact with him too long while he's feeding. Yeah.
You know, that's funny. You're talking about eye contact. So my son has definitely started really rolling his eyes a lot and like huffing and puffing and rolling his shoulders back. And I could just tell the other day he was walking away from me. He turned away to walk away as I was telling him, like, no, you can't have 2 snacks, just have 1. And he stopped, and I could just see, even though I could only see the back of his head, I just saw his shoulder shrug, and I saw his eye roll through the back of his head. It was hilarious. But still, man. No, you just get a Nutri-Grain bar. You don't also get an applesauce because we're going to eat in about 45 minutes, okay?
Man, raising humans is so difficult.
He's crawling and stuff, right? Like, is he super fast?
He's unbelievably fast when he crawls. I think that he could win World's Fastest Baby contest. Hadn't started walking yet, though.
Not yet. Almost, though. He's about to.
Has he rolled off a couch? Jumped off a couch yet?
He has not rolled off or jumped off a couch. He does enjoy jumping in his bed. He holds on to the railing and does a little squeaky, squeaky, squeak.
Am I the only one that's dropped a kid from the bed twice?
Same kid?
Yeah, it was Casey.
Okay. So my son, Davis, he's 4.5, and we've been doing, I've talked about it before, but we've been doing this like community t-ball team. It's not competing. They just get out there and hit off a tee, run around the bases, and kind of throw a ball back and forth for 30, 45 minutes. So we do it every week. And he's gotten to the point where when he's there, he enjoys it. But getting him there has been a struggle. JC, have you noticed this with your kids? It's, I don't want to go. I don't have fun. I don't want to do this. But after like 5 minutes and he's having fun, he's disappointed that it's over. But wow, what do I do to like fix that attitude before?
So I'm having the same issues, and Kaysen's a little bit older than Davis. And Trey, I hope you don't go through this, because I know there's kids out there that are just all about it. They're like, oh, you want to go to practice? I want to go play sports. I try to set my kid up so that he is a go-getter. So I told him, Nick, Kaysen, I'm okay. I was a decent athlete, back in the day. I know the sport very well, and he chose to play football so far right now.
You're underselling yourself.
I can't teach him basketball. I can't teach baseball. I can't teach those. But football, I'm pretty good with. And I told him, listen, if you want me to coach you in whatever you want to play, whether it be quarterback, wide receiver, defense, whatever, I can coach you. I know the footwork. I love this. I study this to this day. And I left it at that. And he not once asked me. So I took it upon myself, and I put him in these foot skill classes with this dude who I think should be in the NFL, but he just hasn't had his chance. But he's really good with the kids. And it's every Wednesday. And every Wednesday that rolls around, I'll tell Case, and I'm like, hey, let's go meet up with John. It's time for foot skill classes. I'm thinking he's going to like this because it's honestly helped him a lot. I've seen it. I've seen how much better he's gotten. His hands, his catching, everything's better. He always complains. Oh, I don't want to go. And I find myself always going like, dude, do you know that other kids would kill to have this opportunity to work with this guy? Do you know that there's a bunch of kids out there that are actually doing it on their own in their backyard that you play against, that they're getting better? And it does, and I feel like he takes it too personal with me. And I just don't get it. But when he's there, Nick, just like Davis, he has a blast. Yeah. I see him smiling and having a good time, and I do not know how to fix this because I don't want to push it too much.
And for us, we signed him up for soccer and for t-ball. We didn't ask him ahead of time if he would like to do these things. Yeah. Because I know for a little bit, a kid will just kind of do whatever his parents say. So I don't know, how long do you keep that up where you're going to sign your kid up for a sport, whether they like it or not, because they need to get out and exercise and socialize and have fun? How long do you keep doing that?
I would like to know the answer to that, because it's funny, because Kinsey and I were just having a conversation yesterday. So Case has been playing football since he was, I think, 4. And every year I've told him, hey, don't play football because it's my love. Play football because you want to play football. And every year before I sign him up, I ask him, do you want to play football? Do you want me to sign you up? And it's usually sure, yeah. But it's never yeah. So Kinsey it was yesterday actually. We were talking about basketball commercial came on, and she goes, Kaysen's been really curious about basketball. And I was like, oh, well, let's sign him up. And she goes, yeah, because I don't think he wants to play football.
Uh-oh.
Bum, bum, bum.
And I had the moment of, oh, did he, because he hasn't said anything to me, did he say something to you? And she just says, I don't know, it's just the way he's not as excited about football as you are. He doesn't want to go to the practices. He loves games, but she goes, I think you're going to have to have a sit down before, because signups are happening in a week or two.
Yeah.
And you got to sit him down and tell him and ask him, really, do you want to continue playing this sport? And she says, and I want you to keep coaching him if he goes to play basketball. And I told her no.
Oh boy!
I said I can't because I don't know what I'm doing in basketball. Trey, you're a far better basketball player than I am. You would be a great basketball coach. I don't know the sport. I don't know the rules.
Course.
I don't know the footwork. And I told her, and I've already developed a relationship with these kids that I'm coaching right now, and I'm not going to quit on them.
Yeah,
I'm gonna see these kids that I'm coaching all the way till they go to middle school.
I don't want to brag or anything, but for the 5 seasons I played basketball growing up,
yeah,
never scored a point.
Never?
Not that I can remember. I'm sure maybe I did, but I definitely do not have any memories of scoring a basket.
Interesting.
Oh, man. We got to put you in a league and get you a point.
I just be throwing bricks. I can't aim. Baseball, I did fine. I was never, I found myself sitting in the dugout a lot, but I was fine. Football, I was fine. I wasn't a big kid or anything like that. But basketball, just couldn't do it.
So, JC, you're saying you're going to continue coaching a team that you don't have a kid on?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, I feel like I have other coaches done this. Is there any coach on your team right now that doesn't have a kid on the team?
Yeah, we do have one guy that doesn't have a kid on the team. His name's Derek, and he's doing it just because he wants to give back to the community and help out with the kids. And at this point, look, if I had coached Kaysen just one season with this team and it was one and done, it would have been fine. But I've honestly developed relationships with all these kids. I've developed relationships with their parents, and I feel like if I just walk away from it, there's a couple kids out there that have had those male figures in their lives walk out. I don't want to be another one of those.
Right.
So I've told that to Kaysen. I said, hey man, if you quit football, I just know that I'm still on that team. I'm still going to keep going. I just don't want you to be upset or want you to stay hanging on to something you don't love just because I'm doing it.
Does he show interest in any other sports? Does he show interest in basketball?
Yeah, basketball. He keeps asking about basketball, and I think he'd be a great basketball player. He's tall, he's lean.
Right.
I think he's, based on what doctors tell us, he's probably going to be anywhere between 6'4" and 6'6", if he continues to grow at the rate he's at right now. So I think that would actually be a really good sport for him if he chooses not to play football.
It's indoors. That's why I would encourage basketball.
Indoor, yeah, right. Never have any rain or anything.
Let's play basketball. Let's play volleyball. Yeah. Indoor soccer's fine.
A lot of us parents make the choice for our kids, and we choose what they have to do. And that happened to me. My mom made me choose one sport. I wish I could have played baseball and basketball and everything else. And she just said, no, you get one sport. And so that's what I picked. That's what I went with. And I ended up loving it. I'm going to let him choose his. You take your road, man, as long as you're doing something. Even if it's not a sport, if it's theater, if it's music, but you're going to do something. What's that?
Esports?
Esports, I'd be down with that as long as it's something that, he's not wasting his time. It's something he's working towards, and it's actually, a team. I need a team atmosphere. I need a family atmosphere for him because I feel like you learn a lot through that.
Yeah, I remember growing up, I did it just for the social aspects of playing sports. I wasn't really doing it to try and get a college scholarship or anything like that. I was doing it because my best friends did it, and I could go hang out with them, once during a week for practice, and then on the weekends we go have a game, maybe go get lunch and have a sleepover or something.
But we take for granted a lot of the things that comes with sports. Accountability. You learn accountability by playing sports. You know that you cannot miss your assignment or you cannot miss a practice because if you do, you're hurting your friends, you're hurting your family, your team. So those are the lessons that I feel like kids desperately need, especially in the younger age, because as soon as you start instilling that in them, when they're little, 6, 7, 8 years old, they carry on through middle school and then high school and hopefully into their adult lives. That's why I'm such a proponent for that. But again, I'm not going to push him to do a sport he doesn't want to do.
So we're talking about how sports can play an important role in the development of a kid's social life and the structure that they have in their lives. Well, Love Every's play kits are designed by experts for your child's developing brain. So each play kit is tailored to your kid's exact learning stage, so they have the right toys for the right time. With new play kits delivered every few months that will grow with your child.
It is an incredible box that we got for Quaid. He's only 8 months old, and the box comes with this like really nice wooden toy that you have these wooden balls that you stick them into this hole. And I was like, Quaid is never going to be able to get this. He doesn't know what he's doing. I sat there and I used their little how-to guide on how to play with him. He now just sits there for like 10 minutes and just places the ball back into the hole over and over again. It's a little game for him, and he loves doing it, and he clearly learned. I watched him learn using Love Every.
And if you have older kids and you're listening to this podcast, maybe your kids are teenagers, this was a great gift for me to give my sister-in-law, because she has a 2-year-old and an 8-month-old. And so we got this for them, and she cannot thank us enough. We keep getting messages every month when their box shows up.
Yeah, you can take the guesswork out of your child's play. Choose Love Every today and get free shipping when you sign up to receive your play kits at loveevery.com/daddies. That's LOVEVERY.com/daddies for free shipping. loveevery.com/daddies.
Do you ever remember when you realized your parents aren't superheroes? You know, there's like a moment you realize, oh man, my parents are human. Like,
ooh, they mess up. They
mess up.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
I feel like mine came when I was like maybe almost out of high school, when I realized, oh dang, my parents are like super just regular people. They're not superheroes. Mine happened recently. My kids have already determined your boy is not a superhero. Up until this past week, I had perfect driving record. Your boy crashed his car, backing it out of the garage, and messed up the bumper and messed up the garage door. And the kids were home. Kinsey, my wife, came out, saw it. The kid, Kason, came out and saw it. The daughter, Chloe, came out and saw it. And it was this look of dismay on their faces.
Were they like, Dad, why are you so dumb? How'd you hit something that wasn't moving?
That's what Kason said. He goes, how do you hit a wall? Like, oh my God.
Then you drive next time, Kason.
The same reason why you couldn't hit that 3-pointer at practice.
Exactly,
Kason.
man. I'm like, dude, just get out of my life right now.
Now, did you quickly blame Kinsey? Nuh-uh, kids. That was your mom. I'm a great driver.
You know what I did? And I don't know if this is the right thing to do. I wanted to divert the blame elsewhere, but I took full responsibility right away.
You have to. Sometimes you're just like, hey, guys, it is what it is. This is what I did.
I looked and I was like, guys, listen, even your dad is human, and this is the first time, this is the first time I've ever crashed my car into anything, and I just want to show you, because I was not paying attention.
What's the demeanor like coming out of you? Are you super mad? Are you like, oh my gosh, I'm an idiot, I can't believe I did that? Were you just like quiet and like...
It's like dismadpointment. Is the way I could say. I was disappointed in myself. I felt anxiety because of everything that you're going to have to take care of kicks in right away. So I felt that anxiety kick in. I felt stupid. I felt so dumb. I just felt like an idiot, man. Mostly I felt like an idiot.
And here's really where my dad question comes in, because do you want to show your kids that it's all right that you get upset about things that you should be upset about? Or is it, oh my gosh, look at how silly Daddy is in front of the kids. You're like, oh man, Daddy's just a silly Billy, and you laugh about it at the time and deal with the stress and anxiety behind the scenes.
So that's a really good. So at first I acted upset. I was upset with myself, and I owned up to it, and I told the kids, I was like, your daddy did this. It was nobody else's fault. I am owning up to this, and there's going to be repercussions for what I did.
Right.
With you guys get grounded when you guys have repercussions or you lose something you like. With me, I too am going to be grounded. I'm going to lose my car for a while because it's going to be gone in the shop getting fixed. I'm also going to lose money because I'm going to have to fix the car and the garage, and so I told them about that. But now I joke about it.
Yeah,
that's good now.
Yeah, we were going to go out to dinner, and Kinsey asked, "Do you want to drive?" And I said, no, I probably shouldn't be driving right now. And the kids caught on to that joke right away. It's like, and Kason goes, oh yeah, because you crash into things. I was like, okay, cool. I wasn't going to say that, but thank you. So now I'm joking about it here and there. Kinsey started raining, and she goes, hey, will you pull the car into the garage? And Chloe goes, Mommy, that's not a good idea. You know, so they're joking about it. I didn't get mad at her for that little quip right there because I do the same to them.
Right.
So I think that's the best way. You show them you're upset. There's repercussions. But then when it's all calm, we're joking about it.
You're able to get over it. It was a big deal. You take time to understand what happened. You know what you got to do, and then you're like, all right, it happens. The whole
and that's funny to teach your kid how to like take some playful jabs at their parents or with each other to where no one's upset or anything like that. Because I know if it was me and my brother, if anybody said anything slightly making fun of the other person, it's a full down blowout fight.
Sure.
But it's really funny if they can learn what those boundaries are and still have fun.
We got to teach our kids not to take everything so serious, and that not every little joke thrown their way is an attempt to diss them, or it's a bring down. Sometimes it's just a joke. It's just an endearing thing to cause a laugh or cause somebody to smile.
Have you ever had this situation that plays out in every movie you see? This has never happened to me. But something bad happens. So, JC, you wreck your car. It's your fault. Something bad happens, and then you laugh about it. Like, immediately, your first reaction to something bad is laugh. I see that in movies, and I'm like, that's never happened to me.
I'm trying to think, man.
Like, oh, they threw the ball through the window, and then they don't have anything else to do. They just laugh. That's never happened to me. I'm not going to laugh if I throw a ball through my own window.
I see that a lot on America's Funniest Home Videos, too, because I watch that with my kids a lot. It's one of our favorite shows to watch as a family. All these people, this dude was taking down a barn and almost killed his family. What, bro? You almost took your family out, man, because it felt the wrong way. Yeah, I haven't responded that way. Not right in the thick of it. No.
I have an overactive, what's the word, temper, I suppose? I don't know. I kind of get angry at the stupidest, smallest things. So what I've tried to do is when that little dumb piece of my brain that's like, you could easily scream and throw something right now, I try to tell myself to go, whatever, and kind of laugh. So I'm just like, whatever, it's fine. Like, I'm trying to trick my brain into not exploding. So that next time around, maybe I'll really will laugh. But no, it hasn't happened yet.
The only time I can think of it, guys, is if I didn't break something. So if it's on, like, if I broke a window or I crashed my car into the wall again in the garage, I'm never going to respond with laughter. But there's been times where I've been trying to be athletic in front of the kids, and I missed a step and I fell. Yeah,
that's funny.
Face plant, or I've fallen down the stairs a little bit, and instead of getting mad at them for laughing at me, I'm like, I'll respond with laughter on that.
Right.
That's the only time I can think of, though.
I'm talking about, like, I cracked an egg and I cracked it too hard and the whole egg fell onto the floor, and I wanted to fall on the floor and throw a tantrum like a 2-year-old. You never feel like you want to throw a tantrum?
Sometimes, sure, yeah.
Yes.
It's daily. I would rather just throw myself on the ground and cry.
Yeah, I've known Trey about 10 years or more, and he used to have a pretty hot head. Not so much anymore. He mellowed out a lot. It's probably Kara.
It 100% is Kara, and now Quaid even further has made it where it's like,
but
all right.
Once Quaid starts giving his own opinions on things and gets super defiant, that temper's going to come out, Trey. Just you watch.
You go run laps.
It's hard to get
because I'm the parent.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Why? Stop asking me why. When why used to be so cute, Oh, why? Why? It turns into why. Shut up. That's why. Yeah. It happens, man. I think a lot of the times when I feel like I'm gonna throw an adult temper tantrum, the kids are around and I catch myself because I have absolutely seen those parents in public that have the tantrums in front of their kids, and the faces on the kids is what I remember from that.
Definitely.
And that's what helps. It's like, that's what snaps me out of it. I just go back to seeing that little kid I've never seen again, but I still have his face just tattooed in my brain over the way his dad was acting one time that I can't go there.
I'm sure what's helped me is that, especially now in public, everything is on camera. You'll get posted on social media if you're doing something stupid. I mean, we all had moms that had a Karen moment or two.
Oh, yeah.
We all went and talked to the manager a few times. I know I did. But now it's like I got to keep myself in check anywhere in public because who knows what's going to happen.
There's a camera. I'm nice to everybody now. I'm smiling at everybody. I'll hold the door open even if the girl yells at me for holding it open.
What about in a situation where something bad is going down? Do you try to step in to help? Do you pull out your phone to try to record it? Or do you just leave? So let's say there's a lady freaking out at the grocery store. Masks aren't really the thing anymore. But if there's a lady just like throwing bread at the ground, she's yelling at a manager, and she's like ripping bread off the wall and throwing it on the ground.
Yeah, I'm leaving.
You just walk out?
Yeah, I'm going to take my kid and leave.
Yep.
I'm a diffuser. I like getting in there. And
you want to go and be like, hey,
it's okay, ma'am. Yeah, or when I see dudes about to start fighting, I like to calm it down before it gets to fist flying. Even though there's other people that are egging it on or they're standing by and they want it to go. I'm like, nah, man, because you know what can happen if you start throwing fists. Somebody can get hurt. Somebody can die. So you guys could get arrested. There's so much. So I like to be the diffuser, which they say is not the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Because
why?
Sometimes they'll hit you.
They'll hit you.
Yeah, you'll be the one getting hit, and you're not even involved.
Wait. So you're just supposed to leave? What is the right thing to do? If they say there's something you're supposed to not do, what are you supposed to do?
You know, if I know someone who's about to get in a fight, maybe I would try and calm my friend down. But if it's just two dudes on the other side of the restaurant, I'm not going to go over there and stop them from fighting. If I don't know who they are, sorry.
Yeah,
I'm over here.
If fists are already flying, I'm not getting in there. But if they're about to, I'll go in there and try to diffuse and try to spread them away, and so hopefully somebody will come and help. But yeah, if there's already somebody swinging or there's things being thrown, I ain't getting there. I had a dude lose his eye that I went to high school with because he did that. Somebody threw a bottle, broke on his eye. He now has a glass eye.
You know, I don't know if this was just like an old wives' tale around my parts growing up, but everyone said like, oh yeah, so-and-so's older brother lost his eye because they were like popping towels in like the locker room or something, and one of them whipped up too high and it took his eye out.
Oh no.
So I don't know if that was just a tale to get us to stop horsing around or if it actually happened.
Okay, that brings me to a new question. What are the skills that you're not sure if you should teach your kids or not? Things like towel popping. I mean, it's something he probably needs to know because it might happen to him. He might need to defend himself with a towel.
Recently on the Chatty Daddies, I revealed that I had inadvertently taught my kid how to burp, and so he's constantly he's not burping, but he's making a burp sound. He's just going burp, bap, bap, bap. Yeah. And his sister thinks it's funny, and I can't get it to stop.
Can't get it to stop. When Chloe was really little, she had just started walking. Maybe she was a year old. I thought it was cute to do like a little twerk move, and then she copied me, and it was so cute. And now, 8 years later, she's still doing it, and I don't like it.
Yeah. How about throw a punch? Well, do you want to teach your kids how to throw a punch? I
have taught Kaysen how to throw a punch. But I've told them this is not something you're going to go around and start a fight. And I've told them I've been very, very vocal about how to defend yourself. And
right.
I said, the only reason I'm teaching you this is if a bigger kid is picking on you and they start hitting you and you have to defend yourself.
Go straight for the groin.
You need to know what to do. I taught Chloe the groin. I taught Kaysen the neck.
Nice.
Go straight for the neck.
The neck. I don't want him hitting any face because I told him you hit a face, chances of you breaking your hand are pretty high. But if you go right here, you hit somebody, they're going to be completely thrown off and they're not going to want to mess with you because they're going to be too busy trying to regain some breath. So I've taught him how to punch. But I've also told him that if I find out he is the instigator, he is the reason for any sort of fight, that'll break loose. But if I know that he's protecting himself or his sister, that is the only reason I am teaching that, because we do need to know how to protect ourselves. Or if there's a guy trying to, grab him, or I don't know, there's different situations out in the world. I want him to be able to defend himself in some way.
How about like rolling a joint? Would you teach him how to roll a joint?
Yeah, maybe when he's like 21.
When he's 21, he'll already have known.
I would have to learn myself, honestly. I don't know.
You'd have to watch a YouTube video.
Okay, sorry. How to pack a bowl? Would you teach him how to pack a bowl?
I think that's pretty self-explanatory.
I mean, he eats
not too tight, Casey.
He already eats lots of bowls of Captain Crunch already.
Right.
Trey, I don't know what you're talking about.
I'd like to teach him how to like shotgun a beer. Like I'd be like the cool dad when he gets to like college. Be like, yo. You're going to go to college and they're going to try to get you to shotgun a beer. Here's how you do it.
But he's going to have to go through that before. I mean, I don't know what kind of crowd Caison's going to be running around with, but I learned how to shotgun a beer before I went to college. Mm-hmm. So do you want to be the guy that teaches him, or do you want him to just find out on his own?
I want to try to teach him, but I'll be honest with you guys. I suck.
You're going to have to practice.
I suck at shotgunning. I suck at beer bongs. I don't know how to swallow carbonated drinks. I can't do it.
You know, I'm also a little scared of when I try to poke it with the key. I'm like, is this what I'm supposed to do? Is it going to explode? Oh, no. Yeah, it's going to be like a grenade.
So in college, I had a unique experience of chugging an entire pitcher of beer in front of my parents.
And
so I went to Texas A&M, and there's a tradition there. When you get your college ring, you put it in a pitcher of beer and you chug it. A lot of people do it at bars, at restaurants. A lot of people just get together at a house, and you just have 100 people in a yard, and there's 10 people doing their ring dunk.
How many ounces in this pitcher?
Whatever a full 40? Pitcher of beer is. I don't know. Whatever a pitcher of beer is. So that's like 4 or 5 beers, I guess. I don't know. Just standard pitcher. And so I did it, and my goal was to do it in 1 minute or less. And I did not want to spill anything, because normally when you see these, there might be someone that finishes and they brag and they're like, yeah, I did it in 20 seconds, but they have beer all over the front. It went everywhere. So I did mine in 1 minute and 4 seconds.
It's
and
60 ounces.
60 ounces. Did it in 1 minute and 4 seconds, and I did not spill anything. So I was proud of that. But, you know, I just remember it because everyone I was doing it with, all those guys had finished long before me. They chugged beer way faster, and all their parents were there.
Wow.
And... well, it's our last year in college. We've had some experience.
True.
And I just remember my parents, my dad and my brother were looking at me just like, psh, that's our kid in last place.
Slow.
Gosh.
Do you remember what kind of beer you did?
I think I did like Miller Lite.
It's got to be a light beer, yeah.
Yeah, Miller Lite. And you know what's really funny is when you go to a ring dunk of girls and they do it, and a lot of them are chugging full pitchers of beer, and their parents are not quite as excited as the guy parents are, because they're just like, what has my daughter been doing for 4 years?
That's what
this is it. She's graduating in 2 weeks, and this is what's happening.
Dude, when I was rushing a fraternity in college, they had lined up 5 beers that we were supposed to shotgun and chug.
Oh no!
And I had to go up against a sorority girl, and I was a pledge. This girl was already in the sorority. She was probably, I think she was about to graduate. To me, she was a woman.
Yeah.
I was on my second one, and she finished. I've never wanted to quit school as much as I wanted to quit that very moment, because my friends would not shut the hell up about it.
It's embarrassing. Yeah.
It was embarrassing. They talked about it for months. They would bring up how this girl named Erica beat me in chugging beer and stuff. And so I think that's what scarred me from wanting to do any sort of that stuff.
But you know what? Those guys those upperclassmen that are making fun of you, when they were rushing, they were a pledge. Not everyone was at the top of their game like they are 3 years later,
right?
Either.
Yeah.
So you're fine. They're just passing along the guilt and the grief.
I almost quit school that day. I ended up quitting about 2 months later.
Yeah. So I have one thing else that I want to bring up. My kid has started to do something that I kind of only see guys doing. And part of me is like, why are you doing that? And part of me is like, oh, it's just like a guy thing. So I don't know if I can describe this on a podcast that well, but he'll just like take his shirt, the bottom of his shirt, and just like roll it up. He'll just like stand at base T-ball practice or something. He'll just like roll his shirt up.
Like a belly
shirt? Just like his stomach is out. I remember seeing people do that when I was a kid. And every now and then, a guy would just like lift his shirt up and scratch himself and stuff. But he just like lifts it up and he just holds it there. Is that weird?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't recall doing that.
But I feel like it's not weird for a kid.
Yeah.
But
I tell him to stop, but he keeps doing it.
Now, is he doing the one where he grabs the bottom of the shirt and then he tucks it into the neckline and then makes it into like a bikini?
No, he's not making
top?
It's not a bra. It's not a bra top. He's just like holding it up and like he makes like a little almost like pouch with his hands, and it just tucks him up and his stomach is out.
I feel like I remember doing stuff like that all the time. Like, you know how you all pull your arms in the sleeves if you get cold, and then maybe if you're wearing shorts, you can put the whole shirt over your knees.
Oh, sure.
When you put the knees all the way.
I used to eat dinner like that when I was a kid.
Wait. Your hands and your legs inside the shirt?
Yeah, and then I just have like T-Rex hands to eat my food because they're tucked in my shirt.
Yeah.
But my knees are like up at my chest, so I'm just like, my butt is in the chair. My feet are also in the chair. My shirt's over my knees.
Nick, I need you to eat dinner like that tonight.
I mean, I could
Tonight.
I could take a picture that way. That's
with
fine.
your kids.
We had a kid.
Well, then they're going to start doing it. I don't think I can start doing that.
The only kid I remember doing that when I was a kid, I think his name was Cage. And he used to lift his shirt like that, but then he was just digging around in his belly button for
Weird.
just the whole time until somebody said something about it. He was just deep in that belly button,
Navel
getting
gold,
after it.
baby.
Sometimes you'd catch him sniffing that.
You know, I'd probably rather my son do that at T-ball because he has 2 or 3 other friends on his team that are digging in their butt, like legitimate hands in the back of their bottom, digging around.
Oh, like skin to skin.
And
like
it's just their hand is inside their undies and just digging.
Oh no, man.
So I tell him not to use that bat after they did.
Are we going to end every podcast with poop talk?
Dude, there was this kid.
We don't have to.
Trey, this is funny though. When I was coaching flag and when Kason just started playing football, I do recall one time we were sitting there and the kids were standing in a line. We were getting ready to finish and do some sprints. And this kid wiped sweat off of his face.
Oh, good God.
And he goes, quote, "Oh, I forgot I picked my butt." Me and the other coach looked at each other like, did he just say what? He wiped his face and he forgot he picked his butt.
His hand was up his butt, Trey.
He just wiped by his nose and he goes, I forgot I picked my butt.
Great.
And he's like, oh, I didn't. And you're like, Billy, you didn't have a mustache before you wiped your mouth.
Rate and review wherever you listen to these podcasts. And
He was a pretty stinky player, too, by the way.
Hit us up in the Chatty Daddies, at Chatty Daddies on Instagram. Hit us up in the comments, the DMs, whatever.
That kid could talk crap, too.
So much.
And I suppose we'll talk to you again next week. There's also a phone number you can go to in our comments. We'll talk to you next week.
Happy Dadder Day.
The Chatty Daddies Podcast.